it's time to start the 2027 deployments. We're going to start with Revit. As you can see, I've already installed it, but we're going to do a walkthrough of kind of creating this app, what there is to it, and what you might need to go ahead and get it. So the first thing we're going to do is log in, and I've already downloaded some of this stuff just so there wouldn't be any issues, and did some of the unpackaging just to help. So the first thing we're going to do is show which download I use. If you go to the Manage Autodesk homepage, go to your Products and Services tab. You can come here. Now this is where I find a lot of things fail. If you do like a custom one, sometimes that throws off the actual deployment. I don't know why. I think it's because there's changes to set up a file when you do a custom deployment. So generally what we do is we just come here, get the download, which is just the base installer, and we do all our customization after. So we add our ionize, all that stuff as separate apps. That way it's easier to update later too. You just kind of replace what you want to. So we'll just do this versus custom. If you notice, there's already a patch, so it's, instead of Revit 27.0.1 is out. So if you download it right now, that's the version you're getting. So hooray for that. So go there, just download that. I already have it in these folders. So you'll get this create installer. Your first step is going to be to open that up. Once that kind of unzips, you're going to get your Revit folder with the install. So this does take a few minutes. I've already kind of done that step. But basically what that does is you go through the unpackaging. It gives you your folder with all your files. And it'll put it in like your I believe it's your downloads folder at the moment, but we've done that. We've taken it and moved it into our Intune folder. I'll let it run just so in the background, just so you can kind of see where it puts it. But I've taken it and already put it in kind of our Autodesk folder here. So the one thing I always do is I rename it. You'll see when you unzip it, it's going to be Revit space 2027 space dash and then like the language. I just take all that stuff out and make it simple. It's easier for file pathing when you call it in the command line and everything. So inside here is literally just the unzipped installer files. Nothing really changes here. You can see the setup config file here. That's what I said. In custom, it changes some stuff, so that could mess with some of your pathing. Another reason I just don't use custom. So you have this is your whole folder. So we look at it, it is going to be about 12 and a half gigs, right? So there's that. Your PowerShell script, and this hasn't really changed since 2022, but it's a pretty quiet, pretty easy script, right? You do your copy item. So I'm copying this folder to the C Autodesk folder. I know that's a folder everyone can install, every machine can install from. It's not got any kind of we use Defender, but it doesn't have any kind of Defender rules restricting things running from there that we'd have to make special exemptions for. So that's what we do. We copy everything to that folder and run the installs from there. So literally, you're just doing a quiet install run after the copy from that folder, from the C Autodesk folder. So you're moving it. You see, I'm actually doing a copy because Windows will clean out the Intune download folder. But this copies it there. It's also good to have it there as updates come, because they try to reference files in the installer folder. So we kind of leave it there. For any update installs and stuff, we add like a line to delete it after the install because it's not needed after that. But pretty simple PowerShell script. So you'll see in our input folder, we have the script and then the Autodesk folder, which then contains our install folder. This is what moves into the Autodesk folder on our C drive. So, I've called this script, I've run it, obviously, I have it here. So you can see in my C Autodesk folder is a copy of this because it's moved it over, and run the install from there. So it's pretty painless. You know, once you do create those two files in the folders, literally all you're doing is you're going to call your PowerShell here, and I've already done this so we can look at it, because again, this takes a few minutes. Revit's a big boy in terms of programs. So we're going to go to our Intune folder here, and basically you'll call your Intune exe. You're going to put in your input Autodesk for your source folder, then your PowerShell script, which we called Revit2027 install.ps1, and our output folder. Now this is going to tell me I already have it here because, again, I've already created this. But you would do that. Do I want to delete it? I'm going to say no because I already have the file, but you would say yes. You wouldn't see this step. It would just ask you the next thing if you want to catalog it, and then it would start to make it. Because of the size of this, it does take a little bit. I'd say it's a good like 10 minutes, depending on your computer, to package it all up. But you know, once you have it, then we can go on to the next step. Just to show everybody, unzipping the installer, so you can see if I open this folder, it basically created it in the downloads folder, which is where they changed it. It used to always unzip to the Autodesk folder, doesn't anymore. So this is that same set of files that I used. So here, all I did was rename this to, you know, just Revit 2027, took out the space, deleted all that, and then drag this into my, you know, Autodesk folder under input Autodesk. That's it. I don't do anything else with the installer files. So I would just take this, drag it in, and then that's my target for this. I do, again, just for scripting in command prompt in PowerShell, that's why I take out the space and take this out. Sometimes it gets in the way. You have to add extra quotes and stuff like that. You can leave it, but I just rename it. So we're going to go from here to kind of our next step. So we'll go look at our output. You can see here is our Revit 2027 install. We're a little over 12.5 gigs. So that's what pulls down kind of in the background and runs. And the reason we do this is really because we don't want, basically we don't want the unzip of that first step to fail and not have a way to interact with it. So we pre-unzip it. I know this makes a bigger package, but in the end it makes things easier for us because we know that we have a good install folder. We don't have to worry about it. Yes, it's large. Yes, it comes down. You know, internet speeds aren't as big deal nowadays. You know, in the past that would have been a thing, but like now it's, you know, regardless, it'll just come down when someone hits install. Once it's fully there, it'll run. You know, for Revit specifically, we do tell most of our users, like, you know, run it before you go to lunch. The biggest thing with Revit is no other Revit version can be open when it's running. So most of our users run it at the end of the day or something, when they know they're going to be transferred to a project that might need it. So we're going to come over to Intune and we're going to create this. I haven't done this yet, so this is something we're going to do together. So we're going to call our package. We're going to select it. Now, this will take a while to upload because uploading 12 gigs to Intune can be a little annoying, but you know, we're going to pick it. So there we go. I'm going to rename this Revit 2027. And I like to go to the help page to grab a few things. So I will come here. I'll take a little screenshot of this, and that'll be my icon for the app in Intune. But usually I like to kind of grab some of like the what's new kind of stuff, or something in the release notes, just so people know. So as you can see, there's already an update in here. So yay. But we'll grab this oops, grab a copy of kind of what's in here. I know they already fixed some stuff with Forma. Publisher. It's one of the few fields you have to add, but it is a requirement. So app version is 2027.0.1. We'll do Autodesk. You don't have to pick a category. We just happen to have them. So I will put in informational URL, and then the logo I just did a screenshot of will be in pictures now. So we have that. And this just fuels what shows up in company portal. So when they go in, they'll see like the icon and stuff. So do you have to do it? No. It's just one of the ways to do it. So we're gonna put in our execution bypass, and we call this Revit2027 install.ps1. I'm just gonna put in nothing for the uninstall command for now. You can change this later. There are ways to find like a full list of uninstall commands, and I've done that in one of my previous videos where we were doing an add-in. But basically, there's a PowerShell or script you can run that'll print out a list of every uninstall command. Some of this is also in the registry, though I think in like some of the newer versions, especially with some of the updates, there aren't like release uninstall scripts, so sometimes you just have to leave it as that. But let's see what they have in this one. So not the steel. 2027. So this one actually does have an uninstall string, so we can use that. So we'll take that. And we'll just put that in here. All right, requirements. I just want you to Windows 10 64-bit. Detection rules. Now for this one, for main apps, our detection rule is basically the exe file. So we will just go to C, program files, Autodesk. Find our Revit27, and our exe should be in here. So we'll do copy path, and Revit.exe. I'll just say that the file exists, because as long as that file is there, then we know it's good. And we'll hit OK. Actually, I don't need this last slash. Hit OK. Dependencies, there aren't any for this. If we were doing an update, the dependency would be the main app. Supersedence. Now, if you wanted this to come in over top another program and automatically install, you can do that. Here in assignments, all we really do for Revit, because not every user uses every version, is make it available for our users. So just making it available to all users lets it show up in company portal when they log in. So it'll show up in company portal. If we wanted to require this install, we just add it to all devices and it'll automatically download when they log in. But we're just doing it as an available thing. So we'll go ahead and recreate. This is going to take a while just because it's got to upload all 12 gigs. But that's kind of it. You created your app and you're off and running. So hope everyone has fun making these. I will be doing a video for most programs in 2027 as I have time throughout. I hope you all have a good one.